super cool day here in Bangalore, and we are back again with another podcast, 4 a.m. Talks. I'm your host, Manoj Velu, back again with another episode. So, before we get into this episode, I wanted to ask you, how are you feeling today? So, I know that most of you are very busy with their work and everything, and few would be working 9 to 5, and then they would come home and they would, work for their dreams. I totally understand and I get it, and I'm sure that you're going after something, and this will, you might feel that you are not doing anything, or you may feel that you're not progressing, but actually on the bigger picture you're able to, you are progressing. It's just that you cannot see it. So just keep it going. This is the message that I wanted to say, so just keep it going. With that, let's come to this episode. So I have been doing this for quite some time now, and today's episode is gonna be really, um, will make you think in a way where most of them, or in fact everybody, could connect to this particular topic. So you might wonder, what is this guy talking about? You will get it in some time, but let me first tell you a story. Imagine John Carpenter. He is sitting with his dad. He's asking his dad, Dad, you have seen so many people in your life. You have seen so many people in your life. What is that one thing which people do not understand, and that actually leads them to a bigger trouble, and eventually they're not going to accomplish anything? By the way, John is 24, 25, and he's asking this question. He's 24, 25 years old. His dad was really amazed John asking such a question, but he is feeling more happy and responsible because he is someone who's always traveling, who's always looking after, he's a musician, so he goes to multiple, countries, several countries, and he performs and everything. So he had seen so many people, so many artists, so many people from different backgrounds and domains and everything. So he knows that he had seen something very similar, people who are actually able to make it and who are not, comes down to few differences. And one difference which he wants to really point out today, and he felt the most important thing is, he said people who are not going to make it will do this mistake. John was very curious, just like you guys, who wants to know what it is. So John's father said, you know what, people who don't make it worry all the time, meaning they worry about the things which they can't control. They worry about things which, can be controlled in another way, but they won't be thinking about the solution. Rather, they would be only be, having that constant mindset of worrying part and making sure that they highlight that to just escape from that situation. John was really, surprised. He asked, how many people have you come across, and how can one, have that kind of mindset? He said 95% are doing the same thing. If there is something to worry about, it is only there to understand that as an individual you need to sit down and think whether I'll be able to make it or not, meaning whether this is something which I can control, or is this which I can't control. For example, you set out and you want to go out and play, and you want to play for 6 hours. Suddenly, there's a thunderstorm. Now, in this situation, you can't play, but you can't go and play outdoor games. Of course, I'm talking about outdoor. So The thing here is you can't play, but how is this under your control? No. Nature is something which is not under your control, so you have not done anything wrong, and you need not have to worry too much, because either ways, irrespective of you or someone in the best of the industry who would go in the same situation will not play, because nature is the ultimate thing and it's not under our control. So see, I have brought down a problem that worried you to something which you can or you can't control. This is really important. The problem is, you would say, I'm not getting good marks and I'm not really good at this, and you start worrying as a student. But as a parent, if you're watching this, can you ask your kid to sit down with beside you, and can you ask this question to you: why is my son or daughter not able to get good grades? It's a simple thing. Is he genuinely not interested, or is this something which relates to a focus problem, or he is totally not getting of what the teacher or anyone who's explaining him the concept, and what is the problem, what is the root of that problem, what is the root of the problem that is worrying you? Once you get that root of the problem and you relate it with something which is which is under your control or not under your control. It could be laziness, or he wouldn't be serious. All these things you have to figure it out. So as a parent, it's not good to say you just have to get good grades. It's not going to happen that way. And unfortunately, that is the most important thing, that as parents, as mentors, as teachers, we fail to understand these things. Most of them, I'm not saying everybody, most of them are failing to understand, and unfortunately that is the massive majority. Once you make your kid to understand, okay, so this is the problem, this is something that is making me to worry. Okay, so let's get to the root of the problem. Once I get to the root of the problem, okay, now I know how to process this, and I know exactly what I need to do to make sure that I come out of this. So this is really important. This is what John Carpenter's father explained to John Carpenter. So now John is understanding the value of his father and his experience and his coaching, his teaching style to him. The knowledge that he's transferring to him is immense, and he knows that he's lucky. And don't worry, people who are watching this, you are lucky as well to actually get this story. So we learn through stories. That is the most important thing. So with that, I just wanted you to remind that what are the things that is actually making you to worry. You are so worried. I know that there are a lot of things, but can you just ask yourself two questions? What is the root of the problem? If I know the root of the problem, can you ask one more question? Is it under your control or not? If it is under your control, what can I do to make sure that I fix that root of the problem, so that the worriness turns into an opportunity. First it turns into a challenge, then it you play with it, you understand it, and you will be able to fix that root of the problem, and eventually the worriness will go away, and the happiness around solving a bigger problem is immense. And I know that you love the challenge, and I wanted to go after that and become the best version of yourself. So you keep learning, keep it going, and you'll be knowing better about yourself, and that is the ultimate thing that you want in your life. With that being said, I wish you good day, good weekend, and just keep it going. Do not forget your dream. Just have that in your mind and just keep it going. With that being said, have a wonderful day, everyone. I'll see you in the next episode. See you guys. Take care. Bye.